Hello YouTube, this is Joe from Team Chicken 100 doing another deck video for you. This is one that I haven't really done for quite a long while. I've been getting a few odd cards now and again, testing out some deck builds on Dueling Network, and then implementing them to wheel, testing them against my friends, and they have been doing a lot better. I'm surprised about one of the tech choices that I'm doing that I didn't notice before, that it can play something that's one of my favourites. Trying that out, and it's been working lovely, wonders, and I want to share it with everyone else. So this is my Crystal Beast Exceed deck. No Synchro Ring, no Rainbow Dragon, no Haman, although you can. I have got the cards to then do Rainbow Dragon and Haman. Well, any Crystal Beast can work with Haman, so you can put Haman in this if you want to try it out. But it's not focused around it. It's not in the main. They're both in the side. But anyways, I'll get onto it. Starting off with monsters, we have 3 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. This is a must. You gotta have 3. It doesn't work with anything less than 3 in my opinion. 3 is just perfect. It's the best Crystal Beast. 1800 attack. Gets another one out from your deck. It's just great. You need 3. Moving on to 3, you need 3 Topaz Tigers. It's the second best Crystal Beast in my opinion. 1600 B goes up to 2k if he attacks. It's just great. You gotta have 3. This is my tech choice: 3 Crystal Beast Amber Mammoths. I have been trying out the deck a lot of times. I just sometimes didn't draw any monsters. It was just quite a shame. Then I dismantled the deck, looked through it, and I've only had 12 monsters before. And I was thinking, no, that's just silly. Why have I only got 12 monsters when there's barely any searches in this deck? It's not a hero deck. So I try and find out which other Crystal Beast would work. And I think 3 Amber Mammoths. I used to run 3, went down to 2, went back to 3 because I just need more monsters in this deck. And 3's good. If you can do the Amber Wall with this. You have 2 Amber Mammoths on the field. One forces them to attack it, then the other one protects that, and you just got the Amber Wall. They just can't attack with 2, and 3 just means haha, you can't attack me ever, unless you pop 2 of my Amber Mammoths. So 3's good. 1700 beat stick. It's just good. 2 Ruby Carbuckles. I don't want to go to 3. 3's just too much of a dead draw. He's not the best Crystal Beast at all. He's 300 attack, but he's good. He's spammable. He helps the deck spam. So I don't want to say he's the worst. He's probably the 3rd best because the spamming capabilities you can do with him. But 2's only good. And the final Crystal Beast, 2 Emerald Turtles. This is the only other Crystal Beast I go in because of the XC choices that you can do, which you'll see later. This guy helps me get into one of my favorite XCs. 2k defense, which is good. Level 3 water attribute, which is important for you'll see later. Allows other Crystal Beasts to go to defense mode if they attack, so he's not that bad. He's good. And finally, for the monsters, Morphing Jar for draw power. Moving on to the spells, we have 2 Crystal Beacons. If you want, you can go to 3. This is probably the only spell I'd say go to 3-4 if you want, because the chances you'll have 2 Crystal Beasts in the spell tracker zone is 90%. But this helps you spam. This helps thin out the deck. Searches your Crystal Beasts. It's a good card. It's the only one I suggest go to 3 if you want. But 2 is good in my opinion. 2 Crystal Blessings. I like this card. It helps you get your crystal beast out from the grave. It's like your own crystal monster reborn, in my opinion. It just gets 2 out from the grave if you want, well, up to 2. And yeah, it's just a good card. Helps it those to help the spamming a lot. 2 rare values. The draw power for the crystal beast. I don't see 3. I tried out 3. It just doesn't really work. 2 is the best number, because you don't really want to get your crystal beast in the graveyard. This is just for that whole I need something, help me get something, rare value. Fine, let's see if I can get something. So it's a good card, but 2 only. Crystal release at 2. This is probably the only other card that you can go to 3 for, that I suggest. If you want to go for 3, try it out. I've tried it out. It's not a dead draw, because if you got a crystal beast, just give it another boost, you know. Plus it helps get another search out for a crystal beast in your spell and trap. And this is the perfect bluff card for the crystal beast. You set it down, they pop it. Haha, thank you very much, you just given me a crystal beast. So it's a good card, and it's the only other card I suggest go to 3 for if you want. 2 Rainbow Ruins. 3 is too many. You don't need a searcher for this card. You don't need a terraforming. 2 is just good. You'll draw it when you want it. Believe it or not, you will just draw it when you want it, or you'll have it in your hand at the start and you'll just slap it down. It's a snappable card. It's not the main heart of the deck. It does help you out a lot though. But yeah, 3 is just too many. 2 is the perfect number. 1 promise. You only need the 1 promise. It's just for that 1 turn splashable exceedings that you just need it for. You got a bunch of crystal beasts in your spell track zone, including a ruby. You play this, you get ruby, you get all your stuff. You'll most likely have a Pegasus in there if you played your cards right. You get more crystal beasts. That's all it's there for that 1 turn. And 1 abundance. I did take this out before, I think. I put it back in. I tried it out. It was strange. I played off against my mate, and 2 times I thrashed him with abundance. You only need the 1. It's not abundance OTK deck. It's crystal exceed. You only need that 1 abundance for that 1 turn. You think, okay, let's try it out. You've done all your stuff. So just the 1 abundance. 2 pot of dualities, just for the help search, just to get the cards that you need. You can up this to 3 if you want. 2 seems to be working for me fine at the moment. But yeah, 2 pot of dualities just for search power. 1 pot of avarice, because your grave can fill up quite quickly, because when you exceed, the crystal beasts don't go back to the spell and trap card zone, they go to the grave. So pot of avarice just to help get more back and draw 2 cards. It's kind of a must, I think, in crystal beast decks. 1 reborn, because it's a staple and it's a good card, and you can make plays with it in this deck. 1 dark hole, staple, blow up the field. 2 MSTs, no heavy storm, because why would you? Be silly, foolish too. It's a crystal beast deck. You need your stuff in the spell trap card zone. And 1 Book of Moon, my tech choice, because it's a good defense. Right, moving on to traps, and this is where your draw power engine comes in. 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. This is your draw power of the deck. You play this, you equip it to practically nearly most of your monsters in your deck. Beast and Beast Warrior, you equip it to them, they got 800 more attack, they blow up a monster, you get to draw a card. This is your main draw engine of the deck. M-Force, because it's a staple. Torrential Tribute, because it's a staple, you can up that up to 2 if you want. And 1 Trap Stun, because you know it's a great trap defense. Moving on to the extra deck, you have 1 Stardust Dragon, because I do side of Starlight Road and I sometimes do main the Starlight Road. So you've got the 1-star dragon for that. Your XC choices, now this is where you can go your style. Here's one of the best, Utopia. Why not? Why wouldn't you not play this? You can get 2 level 4s out easily in this deck. In fact, you can even get 4 level 4s out, and you can make 2. But this is where your own choices come in. This is where you can just splash some exceeds. So if you want, that can do well. So I go 3 Utopia, 3 Leviathan Dragon. Great rank 3. I don't know why people don't really play this card anymore, other than wind up players and some Insector players. But this is a great rank 3 exceed. You play it, you can up it to 2.5, and then on your next turn, if you want, you can up to 3k. But he's a great rank 3. I mostly play that guy. 2 Granosaurus just because I can, you know, this is a spare rank 3, it's actually pretty good. And this is one of my favourite XCs that I'm now glad I can play because of the Emerald Turtles. 1 Black Grey Lancer. I've had this guy for ages and I couldn't play it. Now that I found out that Emerald Turtles are level 3 and it's a water attribute, I was like, yes, finally I can play Black Grey Lancer. Great rank 3. The only downside to it is its requirements, which is water attributes. 2 of them, but great card. 200 attack, so he is a good beater. And he can negate monster effects. Being also Beast Warrior, it now helps with the draw engine of the deck, so you can get it to 2/9 with the abilities to negate monster effects on the field, and by detaching 1 unit. And you get a draw if you do your draw power to it. So he's a great card for the Crystal Beasts. That's the only reason Emerald Turtle's in this deck. No joke, he's the only reason Emerald Turtle's in this deck. But yeah, love him. You should get it if you do this deck. Moving on to the side deck, I'm gonna just get through it. Probably gone talking, blabbering for ages. 1 Rainbow Dragon because it's a Crystal Beast. 1 Hamon, you don't need any more than that. 2 Beast King Barbaros helps with the draw engine of the deck. Slap it down, no tributes, 1900. Slap it down with 3 sacrifices, which you can easily do in this deck. You nuke the field with a 3k monster, who can then help you with draw engine. 1 Amethyst Cat for Rainbow Dragon, 1 Cobalt Eagle for Rainbow Dragon. These are probably my worst hated Crystal Beasts. I know Amethyst Cat can attack directly, but it's just like, nah, I can only do like, what, 1000 most of the times. So she's just not that good. And Cobalt Eagle, he's just kind of useless. Being Wing Beast, he can't help the engine. 1 third Emerald Turtle because why not? He could be handy. 3rd Ruby Carbuncle because he could be handy. 3rd Rare Value. 1 Smashing Ground because it's good. 1 Swords of Reading Light just in case I need to stall. 1 second Crystal Promise because why not? 3rd Crystal Blessing because it's good. 1 Phoenix Wind Beast because it's a good card. It's like a compulsory but needs something. And the Starlight Road for the Stardust Dragon if I need to. But yeah, that's the deck, people. I hope you enjoyed it. I do suggest try out the Crystal Beasts. They can go up against the current meta quite well because they pop your monsters. They're just going to go to the Spell and Trap Guard zone if they're faced up anyway, so you can fight the meta with this deck. I think the only one that affects it is Banish, which you can go around, and the wind up play if they can get the loop start off. But that's kind of why Morphin Jar's in this deck, because in case of the wind up loop. But anyways, try it out. It's a fun deck to play. Crystal Beasts, they are fun and they are pretty cheap considering of the one of the packs that came out. So they are good, and they're gonna get some more help in the future packs coming out with Advanced Dark, so they will now be compatible with Rainbow Dark Dragon, which is like amazing. But yeah, I've been blabbering on probably for too long now. But yes, hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and I will catch you later. See you, YouTube.